In the news, 2 girls reported missing yesterday in the town of Mexico are now safe at home, according to the Oxford County Sheriff. A family member told us the 8-year-old girls ran away from school yesterday afternoon while the school buses were being loaded. They were found around 9:30 last night on Blackingdom Road. Deputies say they were wet and cold, but otherwise okay. One neighbor says she saw the girls in her yard.
I had actually called 911 and let them know that I was on the phone with a friend of mine, and they were talking about these girls that had run away from school, and I believe they were the 2 girls that I saw running through between my dooryard and my neighbor's dooryard. And next thing you know, I've got game wardens, cops, undercover cops, and everything else, and I ended up joining and looking for them too, because I'm concerned. I would want my children at home at this time. It's scary not having your kids at home.
Deputies say that both girls live in foster care in Rumford. The Maine Warden Service, Mexico Fire Department, and state police all assisted with the search.
Later today, rescuers are expected to resume their search for a paddleboarder that went missing on Graham Lake in Ellsworth. According to the Maine Warden Service, the man is believed to have left a family camp somewhere between 10 and 11:30 on Tuesday morning and may not have been wearing a life jacket. Emergency crews have been using boats, planes, a helicopter, and drones to look for the man. We're told dive teams also part of this effort. Maine game wardens say that wind and clouds have made the search real hard.
Searches like these are challenging due to the environmental circumstances, such as the wind, and also the fact that we're dealing with water, which makes it challenging because there can be debris on the bottom of the lake that can make it hard for the sonar to get a good image.
Meantime, the National Weather Service is sharing some important reminders as water temperatures are dangerously cold right now. They're recommending wearing cold water gear based on the water temperature, not the air temperature, and always let somebody know what your plans are.
If your plans include a visit to Camden Hill State Park, you are asked to pack your own water. The park's water is under a do not drink order until further notice. Maine Department of Health and Human Services says it is working on the chlorination treatment system. A notice will be sent out once the water system is cleared for use.
Secretary of State Shanna Bellows is now accepting public comment on the wording of a citizen initiative question regarding transgender students. As drafted, it reads, "Do you want to change civil rights and education laws to require public schools to restrict access to bathrooms and sports based on the gender on the child's original birth certificate and allow students to sue the schools?" Secretary will be accepting public comments through the online submission form or by email or mail. That's until 5 o'clock today. All comments will be reviewed and considered before the ballot question gets finalized, and that has to happen by May 28th.
A young woman is expected to be released from federal custody this week after being picked up by ICE 6 months ago. Yesterday, a judge ordered the release of Olivia Andre, a 19-year-old who had been studying nursing in Portland. Congresswoman Shelley Pingree says Andre is here legally as an asylum seeker from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Pingree made a visit to the ICE facility in Texas where Andre was being held earlier this week, noting the inhumane conditions of the facility and calling for Andre's release. Andre's lawyer says under the court order, her client must be released by tomorrow.